Meet Jordan Hembrough, handshake by handshake.
Awesome.
Jordan Hembrough's business gets bigger.
I love this stuff.
Buying and selling vintage toys.
17,000.
With bigger finds.
I haven't seen this stuff in years.
Bigger crowds and big name clients.
It's bigger now than ever.
That toy you grew up with could have a big payoff.
Cowabunga, dude!
Be there as Jordan shakes his way to the next big deal.
These may be toys, but this isn't child's play.
Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing this morning? Do me a favor, y'all. Get on your feet for 1 second. Turn to somebody right now and say, we ready to have a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Mr. Jordan Hembrough, the toy hunter. There he is. Come on, give it up for him right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The toy hunter right here. Three-Point Bossier. Jordan, thank you so much for being here today, man.
Thank you, and thank everyone for having me. I really appreciate it. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Hey, are y'all glad he's here? Let me hear you. Come on. Now, some of you are going, now, wait a second. Now, explain this toy hunting thing. Now, for the guys that don't know, for these people out here that are, don't have cable, that would be some of them, may not have cable or whatever. You have a TV show, and it's called The Toy Hunter, right?
I do, yes.
How long has that been on? When did that get started?
We've been doing the show all over for about 4 years now because we did the pilot, and then we came up with the series. We are actually starting in January over on Quest TV in London, where I'm going to be going all over the world, London, Mexico, all over. And what I do, and it's all I do, is I hunt and look for all the vintage toys that we all grew up with. So that's basically my job in a nutshell.
How easy is that job, right? Not, man. Let me tell you something, dude. There's some pretty tough stuff in there because you really have to spend a lot of time on the road, a lot of time away from your family. So give him a round of applause for being away from his family, dude.
Yes.
He's got stuff away. I'm serious, dude. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
No, I appreciate it.
So let's talk a little bit about this then. So you go around, climb through people's attics.
I do.
That's kind of a fun thing,
Attics,
right?
Basements, garages. I even crawled through a septic tank one time to find something.
Right? So in
it's
that
a dirty job.
Yeah, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. In that whole time, though, but you also have the perk of meeting some pretty cool people, right?
I do. I'm very, very lucky because I'm very, very fortunate that through the TV show and through a lot of people I've met, we've cultivated a lot of celebrity clientele, a lot of folks. So, I've got this Rolodex of people. So every now and then I might get a phone call from someone and pick up the phone, and it might be Bruce. And I'll be like, Bruce who? And he'll be like, Bruce Springsteen. So I'll be like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he's looking for something. And then every now and then we get phone calls from John Bon Jovi and Gene Simmons. Every now and then someone like this calls me, Hulk Hogan, and they're looking for stuff for their toys, or, family members or people that they love. So it's constant and it's exciting and it never ends.
See, and this is what's really cool about it. If you've not seen the show, I pulled a couple of clips for you because some people may like, well, tell me what he does. Well, speaking of Hulk Hogan, recently you had a phone call. You actually got to go to his private stash, right?
We did. Hulk's actually got a store called Hogan's Beach Shop down in Clearwater, Florida. And we flew in. And I talked to his manager. The guy's name's actually Ron Howard. I'm like, Ron Howard, the director? It's just some other dude named Ron Howard.
Right.
So it's like meeting Joe Smith. So I'm like, well, Hulk said I can come on down. He's like, well, he's not here yet. He's come back from a gig. So I said, okay, where's the back room? And he goes, it's back there. So I just went and I started digging around in the back room because he's got all his personal stock back there. Wow. So I started digging through his old stuff.
All right, so here's pretty cool. Just to give you a little clip, man, here's a little idea of what his job looks like in the reality, because it's not as easy as it looks, I promise you. Check this out.
The Toy Hunter.
See, that's pretty crazy now, because how many of these toys did he have? Did he have a bunch of this stuff?
He did. He collected a lot from when he was in the show and everything, and doing WWE.
Right.
And these manufacturers, they just send him cases of stuff.
Wow.
So he had a lot.
That's pretty cool. Now that's one part of it because you're trying to buy it from him.
I was buying it for a customer. Yes.
And did that customer call you and say, "This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for"?
Yeah, he did. He found me through another friend of mine.
Right.
And he calls me, and there's this lot of music in the background. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? Can you turn the music down? He's like, I can't. I'm at sound check.
Right.
And I'm like, sound check? What are you in a band?
Right.
And he goes, well, yeah, actually I am. I said, oh, okay, maybe I've heard of it. The Black Eyed Peas. So I don't know if any of you guys heard of the Black Eyed Peas.
Here's the other side of it, because not only did you have to buy it, you had to turn around and sell it.
Turn around and sell it.
Here's a little
and
clip
hopefully
from that.
make some money on it.
Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Check this out.
the toy hunter.
$1,000.
No, I know. I think he had to go borrow it from someone. Come on. He had like $1,000 in his chain drawer.
Yeah, that's exactly
You know.
right. Did he buy it? You kind of
He did. He bought that, and actually, Tab has become a very, very dear friend of mine. We talk every week, and it's just
cool.
it all started from that one toy deal, and now it's not even about selling toys anymore. We talk about kids and music and all that type of stuff.
Right, that's so
Great
cool,
guy.
man. Now here's what's really, really cool today too. We filled this table with all kind of iconic toys and things that many people have brought in. Some of these are from my attic. Some of them, again, are from other people's collections. So what I want to do is just randomly pick something because I want you to help people understand if they go in their attic, how do they know what they have? I mean, is there anything worth anything or not? So
There could be gold in your attic.
Here is my favorite. This is my childhood clock from, again, my childhood.
Right.
Say that,
and,
childhood.
Right.
So I'm
and the funny
old.
thing is happens to be my childhood clock, too, because I had the same thing. When I came here and saw us on stage, I said, I had that. It was great.
So how much, I mean, I found that in the attic this week.
Okay,
So how much is that
this
worth?
clock is fantastic. This is the Batman talking alarm clock, and this was about 1972 or whatever. Justin and I were young children.
We were just young children.
We were young bucks. Right now, if you had one of these in the box and it works, probably anywhere between $250 to $300.
Ching,
Batman
ching.
is always money.
All
Always
right,
money.
So let me ask you, Batman is there anybody else that's like money, guaranteed? Batman?
Superman, any of the
course.
big superheroes, because they've basically stood the test of time.
Right.
They're relevant back in the 1940s and 20s. They're relevant today. So that's really what you want to look for too. If you're going to find a toy that's attached to a license or maybe a character, you want to stop and go, do I even know who this guy is? And if you do, chances are you get some money there.
All right. So anybody remember Star Trek? Anybody remember Star Trek?
Star
Any Star Trek
Trek.
people out there? This is, again, my
live
toy
long
from
and
the
prosper.
attic. Not very many, but let me tell you something, dude. How cool is this? This is the Enterprise, right?
Yep.
But as a kid, man, we would open this up,
Look at that.
and it became the USS Enterprise. How awesome is that? I
That's
even
beautiful.
have Captain Kirk in there.
Here's
He's
a
in
little,
there
here's a
laying
little
down.
Kirk right here.
Yeah, he's got a broke leg, but he's in there.
There you go.
So how much is this worth? Give me a rough idea.
This is great. This is the Star Trek Enterprise by Mego Corporation, and Mego was one of the #1 toy manufacturers back in the 70s. A funny thing about Mego, and you guys can all learn something, Mego was the first toy corporation to ever go out and actually buy a license of a character or a TV show for their toy line. Up until then, no one had really done it.
Wow.
Mego brought it into the mainstream, and they made millions. This playset right here is one of the most popular ones they did for the line. If you had one loose like this and complete, you're talking anywhere between $75 to $150. In the box, you can go up to probably about $300.
Wow, pretty cool, right?
There you
now
go.
let me go back to my child. Christmas is right around the
Can I
corner.
borrow some money now, since you
Yeah.
got so much?
Well, you got to pay me first, though, bro.
Oh, okay.
Right? But let me show you some pictures of my childhood. This is me and my brother.
Okay.
And this is pretty cool. If y'all throw that up on there for me. It's pretty crazy because
There you go.
Look at that good-looking kid right
good.
there, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
He looks
my
like a
head was-
model. He looks like a
That's
model.
my brother. He's busting the pose right
Yeah.
there. But this is what's really cool is you look right here, you will see what we call the pit change charger.
By Louis Marks.
Okay, by
Marks
Louis Marks.
Toys.
Now,
Yep.
again, this is 74. I believe this is about the year. Let's show the next picture, if you will. This is my brother actually playing with it.
Wow.
Now, here's what's cool. Are you ready for this? I have the box.
There you
How
go.
awesome is that, huh?
There it is.
So here is the charger. Here's the pit change charger. And then here is, again,
got
the
the
car.
car?
So what?
Perfect. Look at
yeah,
that.
I mean, that's in horrible condition, all right?
Right.
But, I mean, give me a rough idea. Somebody finds something in their attic. What's it like?
Well, the beautiful thing about all these toys is something like this would probably be worth anywhere between $50, $60. But I'm looking at the twinkle in your eye. I'm looking at this memory it's bringing back.
Right.
It's priceless.
See?
You hold all these toys and everything, and it's a happy memory. And even the broken ones, even these like misfit toys, they all have value, which is so wonderful.
All right, so one more for the girls out there.
Okay,
All right, this
is incredible.
This is awesome right here.
This is Dream Phone
How
by
about
Milton
the
Bradley.
Dream Phone? Anybody remember the Dream Phone? Come on, where you at? Anybody out there?
Yeah.
Four of y'all?
Okay,
They
this
sold-
screams 1980s.
Right, pink phone, man.
Right, and I've got a daughter who's 14. She's on her phone all the time, except they don't do this anymore. Everything's this. this.
It's definitely changed.
Who are you talking to? I'm talking to like 9 different people right now.
Right. So this worth anything?
About $20.
Oh, so that ain't nothing,
Yeah.
man. That's all right. So here's the other thing that I have for you. If somebody is out there and they're trying to figure out again, what should they do with their toys? What's the
Right.
best way to sell their toys? eBay, call you, really? What is the best way to get rid of them?
Really, in the age of the internet, everything is so easy right now for everyone. And a lot of people hop on auction sites like eBay and they sell them on their own. A lot of people, if you're around here and there's like a local comic book shop or local toy store, they can always go there and say, look, what can you give me, that type of stuff. I'm always open to. Anybody wants to call me, they can always look me up on the internet. You can pick up the phone and call our office at any time. We'll always appraise stuff for you free of charge.
That's cool.
You know, there's a whole world of information out there. Just utilize all of it.
All right, so let me just give you one thing. And I didn't ask you any other hours, but it's the last hour, so I can kind of chill out.
We can do anything we
I
want.
can do anything we want to do.
Yeah.
One toy you wish you could find, if there was one thing you're going, my holy grail of
Right.
toys is, what is that? Come on now, I'm putting you on
I'm
the spot.
thinking. No, I'm thinking. Right now, really what I'm looking for is a 1960s Lost in Space Roto jet gun from the TV show Lost in Space. I don't know if anybody remembers that show.
Yeah, somebody's got one in their attic right here. How much you got for it, right? What's it worth?
I'm paying $5,000 on it. So if you can find one, I'm paying you $5,000 if you have one in the box.
See,
that's a tough piece to get. I'm looking for that.
That's awesome. All right, now I want to give you one other thing. We have wonderful volunteers here at the Simple Church.
Yeah.
And just to have a little bit of fun with this, we asked them to write in some things that they've always wanted. So, Miss Barbara, I want you to come on out. We'll go around to the front here. Y'all give her a round of applause for Miss Barbara. Come on. Now, the reason this is a big deal is, Jordan,
yes.
I have actually given you the chance, right? Miss Barbara, she works the cafe out there, does a great job. If you've had a good donut, a good drink, give her another round of applause, right? Because we would not be able to do what we do without you. And guess what we got you?
Yes.
It is your very own Easy
Bake
Oven. All right, so go ahead. Get in there and get that. Give her a round of applause, y'all.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And
Thank you for all
since we do have some time, you want to put some cookies in for us?
Yeah, can you put some cookies in?
It's the last hour? All right.
So if you enjoyed having Jordan this morning, give him a round of applause as well.
Thank you.
As soon as this service is over, he'll be right over there to meet you, shake your hand, whatever you want to do. Give him one more round of applause.
Thank you.
Watch.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, brother.